Today I'm going to tell you the 10 things I want to see happen in the ZEN update in Grow a Garden in Roblox. For those of you wondering, this is the ZEN update that is going to bring new seeds, new pets, new features, and new weather. At number 10, I want to see the following pet come into the game, and there's a really good chance that all the things on this list will happen because they're Japanese themed and we're getting a ZEN update. So number 10, I want to see the Shiba Inu become a pet. Do you know what that is? It's a dog, and it's kind of a cute dog. It's this dog, and you've probably seen him in all sorts of video games involving dogs and such. He is adorable. I think he would make a great addition to the game, make a great pet, especially as a puppy. Like, are you kidding me? This is adorable. It's an iconic dog when it comes to Japanese culture, so I would not be surprised if we see one, and I'm hoping we see one in an egg. And that's why the Shiba Inu is my number 10 pick for things we're going to see in the upcoming update. But now we're going to move on to number 9. We're not going to talk about a pet. We're actually going to talk about an iconic plants, especially up here where I live in Canada. You see these everywhere and they're gorgeous. I am of course talking about the Japanese maple. This plant stands out with its beautiful deep red colors amongst a sea of green here in Canada. And I can definitely see the developers adding a Japanese maple to Grow a Garden through a seed pack or even through the regular seed shop. We don't have any maple trees in the game, which is stunning. So I can definitely see them adding the Japanese maple to the game in some form or another, either a small one or a full-on tree version. Being an iconic Japanese plant, that's why I put this here at number 9 in my list. So we're going to move on to number 8. It is another plant, and you may not have known that this is a Japanese plant, but it is listed. It is the Aelia Flower. You've probably seen this flower before. This is the Japanese azalea. It is a very common flower. It stands out and it looks great. Come on, how could the developers add a ZEN garden update without including the azalea? It makes no sense. It's not as good as some of the other plants I'm going to have in this list, and they're later in this list. That's why it's ranked at number 8. But now we're going to move away from pets and plants for a little bit, and we're going to talk about other things I want to see coming in this update. And at number 7, I want to see more reclaimers added to Grow a Garden. I don't know if you can tell, I have an obsession with growing large plants, and the only way to grow a large plant is to plant a seed and hope you're lucky. Sprinklers don't do anything. Certain spots in your garden don't do anything. It's purely luck. So the best way to do it is to pick up the plants that aren't huge and replant them over and over. As such, I am constantly, actually even as we speak, constantly building reclaimers over and over again, and I can't build them fast enough. So I want to see one of a few things happen. First, put the reclaimer in the gear shop no longer as a craftable and make it as common as the watering can, the trowel, and the recall wrench, which are always in the stock every 5 minutes. Put it in that category of commonness. We need to pick up our plants like crazy. I have huge plants I want to make. If that's not good enough, I want to see the cooldown reduced, or I want to see them, instead of making 3 reclaimers, I want like 5 reclaimers. I want like 10 reclaimers per craft. If I'm going to have to craft them, at least make it easier for me. So that's my number 7 thing. More reclaimers. That's coming from me personally. I just want to grow more huge plants. I don't have enough. I don't think I'll ever have enough. Moving on to number 6. It's a pet, and I hope we see it because it's adorable, and it could be another raccoon on top of the raccoon we have now and on top of the 9-tailed fox we're getting as well, and that is the tanuki, or the raccoon dog in Japan. The tanuki is known as the Japanese raccoon, and just look at him. You can see it in his face. He's got the raccoon face, but he's got a big fluffy body. It's almost like somebody went and fed the raccoons a little bit too much, and boom, they're Japanese tanuki. This could be a way to reintroduce the raccoon into the game, to give the raccoon to more people without actually giving them a raccoon. So for me, I'm hoping we see the tanuki in the egg in the pet section for this ZEN Garden Japanese update. Now let's move on to our top 5. The top 5 are the ones I really want to see. I can deal with reclaimers. I can deal without having a Shiba Inu, but these top 5, I really want to see them in the update. And number 5 is obvious. the bonsai tree. No Zen garden could ever be complete without a bonsai tree. Either with pink flowers or green leaves, the bonsai tree and Japanese culture go hand in hand, peanut butter and jelly style. So I fully expect to see a bonsai tree in Grow a Garden, either in the seed pack, potentially towards the end of the seed pack. This could even be the 3% rarity item. Though sometimes the second place in the seed pack is a 3% rarity, sometimes it's a 1% rarity. Regardless, I expect to see the bonsai tree in the seed pack in the Grow a Garden Zen update. Now, number 4. This one's important. It's not a plant, it's not a pet, it's a feature. And the update did say black and white, new features as well. I also like that it said features plural and not singular, so I expect multiple new features. And the one of them at my number 4 is save slots for our garden. Guys, I don't know about you, I love the aesthetic look of my huge garden. Eventually, I will no longer have the wall of cactuses. They're just there because I was farming massive cactuses. Eventually, this wall will be gone, and I will only have giant walls, giant plants on my garden. But sometimes I want to do something else. I want to make a video about something, and I don't want to have to use an alt. I can't wait for the day that we are allowed to have save states, different save files for our garden. I can have my giant plant garden. I could have my bone blossom garden or my cherry blossom garden or whatever else. I want save states. I want to have at least 3 different gardens I can switch between. That would be fantastic. Which moves on to my number 3. And this one you might disagree with because it's not Japanese. It's actually Chinese. But I want one so bad, I will find any excuse to include this in an update, and that is the red panda. I mean, look at him. Look at this adorable boy, guys. We need red pandas in Grow a Garden. I understand that they are a Chinese animal, but they're adorable, and they would fit the vibe so well. I think I want to see a red panda. I want to see a red panda. Jandal, make it happen. Give us a red panda in Grow a Garden. Coming in at number 2, we're in our top 2, and these top 2 are critical. If they're not in this update, I will be upset. You will be upset. We will all be upset. This is obvious. Number 2, the trading system. Jandal, you said 2 weeks ago, either this week or next week. Well, we are into the week after next week. I want to see the trading system come to Grow a Garden. I have been in so many public servers where I watch people trade. And I warned them, guys, the trading system's coming. I wouldn't do this. Someone's going to get scammed. And they both get angry at me. And they're like, yo, why are you trying to ruin the trade? Oh. And then I sit there, I grab a snack, and I watch it happen every single time. One person gives first, the other person logs off, and the first person gets scammed. Guys, we need the trading system as soon as humanly possible. And the number one thing that I expect to see in the Zen Garden update, without a shadow of a doubt, this must be in there. And I have no insider knowledge, but there's no way. It has to be there. And that is the cherry blossom tree. Nothing, and I mean nothing, screams Japanese more than the beautiful sakura tree or the Japanese cherry blossom tree. If this is not in this Zen Garden update, guys, we should quit playing the game. We should riot. We should launch a formal protest, a petition. We need the cherry blossoms in this update. That's my top 10 list. If you agree with it, comment down below. If you disagree, comment down below and hit subscribe if this video was useful to you. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.